everybody, welcome back to our channel.
Hi.
What are we doing today, Cyrus?
We're gonna unbox this Gremlin animatronic, guys.
The Gremlin animatronic from Home Depot, new for 2025. The Stripe Gremlin, one of my all-time favorites. If we look at the box here, looks like we have our Stripe there. It says life-size animated character. Speaks phrases from the movie, sound and motion activated, disassembles for easy storage, includes figure base. And then we got Stripe there. It says that he's 3.5 feet tall. All right.
Good thing he's like not 12 foot tall.
Yep. All right, kiddo. All right. So we're gonna open him up here.
Oh my god, that's a cool one.
We got our instructions, our awesome picture of Stripe right here, and looks like it's very detailed colored instructions, which is nice.
It's actually pretty cool instructions.
All right. Sorry if my audio quality today isn't so great, but we're trying something new and trying to do this outside. First thing I pull out of the box is the base. I'm gonna go head out of frame here for a second so I can get all this out of the box. All right, the second thing out of the box is one of his legs. And then another leg. One of his arms. Another arm. All right. Bottom of the box, we got an ear. All right. We're gonna set this guy aside. Looks like we have another ear. And we have his body. Looks like he has a rubber face. Here's his face. Let me get him undressed out of the plastic here. His sensor is right in the middle of his abdomen right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Alright, we're going to set him right about there. Everything else out of the box includes a couple of screws and an Allen wrench. His box for the cord. And some meat. Alright, now that we got everything out of the box, we're going to push this guy over here. Alright, come here, Stripe. So this is how he looks out of the box. No ears, no legs, no arms. It's pretty big. I was expecting him to be a little bit smaller. He's got a plastic face and like a rubber plastic face and a hard plastic like blow mold type body. Looks like we're gonna set him right there. I'm gonna grab my handy dandy instructions. All right, so our handy dandy instructions say, first step, as always, is to put our feet. Where did my other foot go? All right, one foot. That's piece letter B, and it looks like they have each leg hole has a specific way to go, looks like. So B goes on the right side, and C, letter C, looks like is going to go on the left. If I can figure out how to get it on there. There we go. All right, feet. And then the next thing we're we're gonna do is we're going to put on some legs. I'm gonna set his arms off to the side here. All right. So we got pieces letter E and D. D is gonna go on to B. Making sure that we have our inserts here on the inside. E is going to go on to C, and it looks like they just snap into place like that. I didn't get it snapped in there correctly. Bring it closer to me and see if I can get him. That's probably where our screws come in handy. Yep, that's exactly where our screws come in. All right, so now we're gonna open up our Allen wrenches and our screws. Each of the legs has a hole back here in the back and a hole back here on the back of the stand. So we're gonna place that there. You've got 2 Allen wrench head screws and 1 Allen wrench. We're going to line these guys up and get them in there. Get them twisted in as far as we can get them. Looks like the wind is going to pick up a little bit. Which is nice because here in Colorado it's very warm outside, which is why I decided to do this outside today. It's nice and overcast and cloudy, but it's nice and warm. All right. See if I can get this one lined up here. This one doesn't want to line up as easily as the other one did. Well, shucks. Let's see here. I might have gotten it that time. Kind of hard to see in those holes to see if we got it lined up right, but I think I got it in there this time. And we're going to get those in there and we're going to get them nice and snug, tightened up as tight as we can get them so that his legs don't wobble around. This is also really nice too. I'm glad that they thought about doing this because then the feet don't move around either. Like on some animatronics, the feet wobble around. This actually makes sure the feet stay planted where they're supposed to be. All right, let's get this one all tightened up. Turn around and we're good there. All right, our next step in our handy dandy instructions say that Mr. Stripe goes onto his legs, and it looks like they just have these little clips on here that you just gotta clip him into. I'm gonna turn him around and see if I can get this snap in here real quick. Got him snapping. All right. get him snapped into place there, it looks like the next step is to put his arms in. It looks like these ones also have a screw, but it looks like you just tighten it in however you want his arms to look. Apparently I'm trying to put them together wrong. Alright, so I'm going to snap his arms in, and then I'm going to figure out which way I want his arms to face, and then tighten these screws down. Looks like you can adjust his arms. Alright. Tighten these screws up real quick, and then I'll move them back to where the camera can see it better. Now, it looks like after you tighten him up, you can still move his arms around, which is kind of cool. It means he doesn't have to stay in the same position all the time. Once I get his arm tightened up, I'll move him back to where the camera can actually see him. Alright. Looks like we gotta go back pretty far for the camera to actually be able to see him. Because he's a little bit taller than I was expecting him to be. Grab his ears here.
Oh my.
And his ears just snap into place. There's no screws or anything to tighten up with his ears. There he is. I'm gonna grab the camera so you can see him a little better. And there he is. I'm going to take him inside the house and get him plugged in so we can get a demo for you. But there he is, the new Stripe 2025 animatronic from Home Depot. We'll be back in just a minute. Alright, so we got him back in the house. We got him plugged in. I'm going to flip his switch, and then I'm going to activate his... He'll probably... And I turned his volume down a little bit just so it wasn't so loud. But he, so far, is my favorite this year. Had to have him. He's saying water. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Yeah. Kiss no. Yeah. Oh. Bye. Lucky now. Water. Billy. Kiss no. I love him. All right, guys. That's it for this build. Sorry you can't see us really, but Gizmo's not Gizmo, Stripe is pretty cool. I'm gonna turn him off here for a second. All right, so that was him on his on mode. I think you have a mode where he just goes by his sensor too. That's it for this video for today. We really hope you guys liked our video on Stripe from the Gremlins. He's by far my favorite this year from 2025. And I hope you like this video. Hope you share it with your friends, and hope you guys go and buy your own Stripe from Home Depot.
And I hope you guys like and subscribe.
Good job.